everyone. I'm Barrister Taiwo Yeniyi, and like you all know, my job is to ensure that I give you up-to-date information when it comes to matters that has to do with your academic pursuits, and how to clarify any gray topic areas. So today, what I want to quickly talk about is the FCT High Court Civil Procedure Rules 2025. I believe that by now you should all know that in March 3, 2025, that is 3rd of March 2025, the new FCT High Court rules came into force, which repealed the 2018 rules. So, and it is good. As a new rule, it is good for you to know that this is one that is now in use, and you must know what are some of the salient provisions of the new rules, so that you will be able to know how to navigate it as different from the 2018 rules that has now been repealed. So my duty today is to quickly look at the some of the distinction. Actually, the new rules, it build on the whole old rules. That is it retains some of the provisions of the old rule, the 2018 rule. However, there are some new introductions. So this video might not cover all the introductions, but it's going to cover some of the important ones, most especially for those that are in law school. I will still advise you to get a copy of that new rule, that is the 2025 FCT High Court Civil Procedure Rule, so that you are going to go through it, peruse it, and look at the broader provisions. But this is just like for you to quickly look at some of the things that makes it the new rule different, or introduced that were not in the old rule. So this is not exhaustive. It's not exhaustive. That is, it might not cover everything, but it will cover some of the salient ones. So number one, these 2025 rules, it talks about the originating process, the lifespan of the originating process. If you look at the 2018 rule, you will see that the lifespan of the originating process is 6 months. 6 months, right? But in this 2025 rule, the lifespan of the originating process, before it will expire is 12 months. 12 months. Please take note. In the 2018 rule, it was 6 months. But in the 2025 rules, this new rule, it is 12 months, which is extendable for what? For 6 months. You understand? So in total, 18 months. But ab initio, it is 12 months. 12 months. But if you want to extend it, you will apply for extension. If it is granted, it can still be extended for another 6 months. But 12 months are in contrast to the 2018 rule, which was what? 6 months. Please take note. You can see this in order 3 of the new rule. That's why I say that you need to look at, get the new rule. You may, look at it. So the reason I'm saying this, more especially for law school students, is that so that you will be able to know the differences, most especially those that are just entering to the law school now. I know that the last set, before the promulgation of this new rule, the last set, they used the 2018 rule. And you might have been seeing materials that, talked about that 2018 rule that were using 6 months. But know that in this new rule, 2025 rule, the lifespan of the originating process is what? Is 12 months. In contrast to 6 months, which was in the 2018 rule. So that is the first thing that was introduced in the 2025 rules, which made it different from the 2018 rule. You understand? Please make sure you get the rule so that you also look at it. This is just like a key point, so that it will be handy for you So another thing that the 2025 rule talk about is the undefended list. The undefended sorry, before I talk about the undefended list, let's talk about the memorandum of appearance. In the 2018 rules, so you have 7 days for the defendant to enter memorandum of appearance. 7 days in the 2018 rule. But in this 2025 new rules, so 21 days. You see that the time to enter memorandum of appearance for the defendant has been increased to 21 days. These are also another important introduction. It's another important introduction. Are you following? So another thing that you also look that was introduced is that amendment restrictions. That is restriction. If you want to amend, there is now restriction. That is once trial commence, if you want to make amendments, all your amendments must be done before trial commences. Once trial commences, you cannot make amendments again. It was not like that before in the 2018 rule. But in this new rule, once trial commences, you cannot do what? You cannot make amendments. So you can look at order 8 of the new rule. Order 8 of the new rule. So in the 2018 rule, that was not the case. But in this 2025 rule, once trial commences, you cannot make amendments to your process again. So look at order 8. So that is also very, very important. So it is very, very important. So what about the undefended list? Undefended list. For if you want to amend, if you want to for matter to go into the undefended list. Now, in this new rule, the judge can decide a matter that will be going to the undefended list during the chamber sitting. So the judge can decide which matter will go to undefended list during chamber, chamber meeting. You understand? So that is also introduced in the new rule. You understand? So another important thing that was also introduced in the new 2025 rule is fast track proceeding. Fast track proceeding. You see, in this fast track proceeding, the new introduction is that the monetary claim has been increased from 50 million to 100 million. In the 2018 rule, so before a matter can be categorized as fast track proceeding, the claim must be 50 million. But then it has been increased in this 2025 rules to what? To 100 million. And the matter has been limited to banker-customer relationship or commercial transaction. You understand? The matter must be banker-customer relationship or commercial transaction, and the monetary claim has been increased from 50 million as it was in the 2018 rules to 100 million naira now. Understand? You may look at order 40 of the what? Of the new rule. So, I will stop here today. So, I will also look at some other points that are introduced. You understand? But let me stop here today. So, like I said, for you to know the inherent the introduction and some of the things. So actually, this 2025 rule was actually, made or introduced so that it is going to bring about more clarity and more efficiency. You understand? In the administration of, civil procedures in the FCT High Court. So, and before I forget, let me also quickly look at another introduction that was brought in this 2025 rule. So, I said that this is just, it is not exhaustive, but this is just like a key point. Another introduction is, this new rule focus on e-filing, electronic filing. These 2025 rules focus on electronic filing. So, please get the 2025 FCT High Court Civil Procedure Rule for more information, and there will be subsequent episode too. just subscribe to this my YouTube channel. I'm still Barrister Taiwo Oyeniyi. Good day and God bless you. Bye.